twist in the investigation into how the Palisades fire started.
Today in LA at 4:30 starts now.
Good morning to you. It is Tuesday, March 10th. This is a live look at the Cahuenga Pass. And yes, indeed, you can see that fog out there. Very morning. But once the sun comes up, it's going to be a different story. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm Lynette Romero.
I'm Adrian Arabula. I thought yesterday was fantastic.
It was pretty.
Beautiful out there.
Yeah,
Got
it's
some
nice.
fog this morning. Then Belen's been talking about it's almost hard to believe how hot it's going to get later on this week.
Yes, and I did an Instagram video in which you appeared, and we're on a... Yes, remember?
I can't do it yet. Too early. Roller coaster.
It's too early. It's too early.
Coaster.
Yes, but go to my Instagram page because he sings roller coaster.
There you go. Leave it to
of
the
love. Yes, we're on a roller coaster.
Yeah.
We're at the bottom today, but by the end of the week, we're going to put our hands in the air. It's going to get hot. So let's take a look at what to expect as we're starting off our day. Yes, it's pretty foggy out there, so the marine layer has built in, and right now our visibility is down in several locations. We're in the 50s, just a little colder compared to yesterday, but I want to show you where we are with the fog. Right now, it's very patchy through the Inland Empire over into Temecula and right along the coast, will allow extra time if you're getting behind the wheel. Right now, we're in the 50s. Check this out. Upper 40s in a few locations. So just a little different from yesterday, a little cooler. 50s and 40s in the deserts, and Big Bear 28. Today is going to be the coolest day out of the whole week. In fact, our highs are actually going to feel like March. Upper 60s, low 70s for downtown LA, Santa Paula, Irvine, and Ontario. Tomorrow, a big warm up, and by the time we get to Thursday, we're going to have highs in the 90s. That's more than 20 degrees warmer than today. I'll be back to get you ready for it. Right now, let's check on the drive. Hopefully, it's not a roller coaster on the roads.
No, looking good. Check out the numbers here. Wide open on the 10 from Boyle Heights to West LA. The 101 is looking good between the 5 split and the 134 split. No problems for the 110. We started off with a stall in South LA at the 105 connector. That cleared. A quick trip making it into downtown, passing the 101. You may encounter a minor slowdown for the 405 as a stalled SUV is blocking at least one lane here, South 405 at the Redondo Beach Boulevard exit. It's in the left lane of the off-ramp, so just watch out for that activity. But so far, no major slowing passing the scene. We'll peek at more freeways coming up. Adrian, back to you.
Robin, thank you. 4:31 right now, and turning now to the war in the Middle East. Iran is warning it will block oil shipments until the U.S. and Israel stop their airstrikes. But President Trump warns he will hit them 20 times harder if oil is blocked. The back and forth comes as gas prices are soaring, and NBC4's Brittany Hope is monitoring the minute-by-minute updates on the war in the Middle East. Brittany, what's going on right now?
Adrian, good morning. Let's begin in Beirut, where we have seen continuous strikes from Israel. Americans living in the capital city are now being told to leave the country or to shelter in place. That's according to a security alert that was sent out by the U.S. Embassy there. And they say the Middle East Airlines is offering commercial flights out of the airport in Beirut. This comes as the 7th soldier killed in the conflict is now back home. Overnight, J.D. Vance saluted Army Sergeant Benjamin Pennington. The 26-year-old from Kentucky was honored with a dignified transfer ceremony. He died Sunday from wounds he got in an Iranian strike on a base in Saudi Arabia. And there is new video this morning of that deadly strike on a school in Iran that killed roughly 170 people, many children. Weapons experts say that this is a U.S. Tomahawk missile, and only the U.S. has that kind of munition in this conflict. But President Trump saying without evidence, Iran could have fired it, adding the strike is under investigation. Meanwhile, U.S. Central Command released this video last night of U.S. strikes on Iranian missile launchers. President Trump warning strikes like this will continue if Iran does not allow oil to pass through the Strait of Hormuz.
I will not allow a terrorist regime to hold the world hostage and attempt to stop the globe's oil supply. And if Iran does anything to do that, they'll get hit at a much, much harder level.
So the risk now with oil is that plane tickets and things delivered by truck, so think like food, groceries, clothes, could all get more expensive. In the next 30 minutes, we are expecting an update from the Pentagon. I'll be listening in, and I'll have an update for you coming up at 5:30. Adrian.
Okay, thank you very much, Brittany. Appreciate it. You can find rolling updates on the war in Iran and the Middle East conflict on NBCLA.com and our NBCLA app.
A new twist in the Palisades fire investigation. NBC4 Investigates talked to one of the first eyewitnesses of the brush fire that later became the Palisades fire. Now, that man says he believes the initial fire was sparked by fireworks. He took this photo and he told an LA County Fire Department investigator about what he saw. His account is now part of the Palisades Fire investigative file, and he said he agreed to share his story because some authorities had said there were not any fireworks in the Palisades that night.
I saw some reports that they said there was definitely no any fireworks in that area, and I saw a firework. Like I definitely I didn't. It was still back of me, but it was a white flash and a loud bang. I clearly witnessed that.
But investigators say there is no evidence that fireworks were a factor in the origin area when the blaze actually ignited. Federal prosecutors charged Jonathan Rinderknecht with starting the Lackman fire, and they say he used an open flame and not a firework. That small brush fire was controlled within a few hours, but it is blamed for reigniting a few days later and causing the massive Palisades fire. Rinderknecht pleaded not guilty to federal arson charges.
4:35 right now as we take a live look at LAX. A key vote on rideshare prices there is set to happen in just a few hours. Approved fees for pickup and drop-off at LA Exit will go from $4 to $6. Fees at the Central Terminal would jump from $5 to $12. LAX says they have not increased fees for more than a decade, and the extra money would be put back into the airport. We're told any approved fee increases would not be implemented until the new Skylink train is fully operational. Now, once it is, that would be free for travelers, and that has made a difference to some of the travelers we talked to.
If that easy connection happened, then I would definitely take the public transportation.
If there's good information on how to use it, I think that would be great and a good option.
Well, a statement from Uber reads, in part, a 140% fee hike with no transparency or public process is indefensible. Raising the LAX rideshare fee from $5 to $12 at the curb would punish travelers, working families, and seniors who depend on affordable, reliable transportation.
Scammers are using AI to target you this tax season.
Yeah, the warning from cybersecurity experts on how to protect your money. Plus, Team USA remains undefeated at the World Baseball Classic. The clutch moment by Aaron